He's been described by Labyrinth as a genius and by many of his peers as the most talented lyricist around. Dagenham's own Devlin.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, mate?
Very
Good
nice,
to see you, mate.
You too.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, bruvs.
Yeah. Looking back, how was your 2012?
My 2012, it was good. Really, I had a down year with the music. I had an album out a couple of years ago, Blood, Sweat and Beers, and just finishing a moving picture, really, do you know what I mean, and preparing to come out for the new year.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out last year, wasn't it? And it was delayed. What happened there?
Just things don't go to plan behind the scenes all the time, do you know what I mean? It's not just me writing me lyrics, you've got a whole record label behind me planning things. Ed Sheeran was supposed to have All Along the Watchtower with, he blew up in America. Had to wait for him to get back and finish what he was doing, so it's not always poetical, but we're here, ready to come back, you know what I'm saying?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And Labyrinth as well did a bit of the production on the album as well. How was the creative spark between the two of you two in the studio?
It's always good being in with Labs, man. From Let It Go, the first track I'd done with him, and then Up in Flames. And he's a genius, man. You know what I mean? He's got a real creative vibe, and he's just running around like mental, man. He picks you up, gives you energy in a session. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the collaborations as well on the album. You're big on your collaborations. Starting off, like you said, Ed Sheeran, Watchtower. How was that working with Ed?
Do you know what I mean? I've known Ed a little while now, man. As I said, just like Labs, pleasure to always get in with him. Everyone's busy, but when we do come together and get in the booth, we always seem to make something happen, you know? So it's always a pleasure to be in with the boys.
Whose idea was it to cover the Bob Dylan track?
That was Labyrinth. Yeah, Labyrinth was eating with Ed, and it come on the radio. I think it was the Jimi Hendrix version of Dylan's track, you know what I mean? And he's just mad, Labyrinth. He went, Devs would sound good on that. Run upstairs and built a demo and left Ed eating his dinner, I think, you know? By the time Ed come up, he had a little demo. They done I don't know what they'd done, you know what I mean? I weren't there, but they sent it over, the demo, and I really liked it, and started trying to write to it and clicked with it, you know?
No way, simple as that.
It was my first top 10, so thanks,
congratulations, lad.
Thanks,
absolutely. Congratulations. The video as well was pretty gritty as well.
Yes.
And you showed off some pretty great acting skills.
I don't know about great acting skills.
I got you sort of stood up against some big actors in the videos. Is that something you're interested in at all? Something you'd want to sort of push further?
I've said since then it was a different buzz, but just having them actors around, and they were so lovely, and as you said, they're very talented. They said a few things to me and eased my nerves, and it's just an enjoyable experience. I was happy that all them actors that are big off their own right wanted to even be a part of my video, you know. So and Corinne, the director, his treatment was just so different. It was like a short film, hence a moving picture. It fitted in nice, tied in, and come together, man. It's probably the biggest video I've had, you know.
Well, you're a natural, and I mean that genuinely. You're a natural.
I appreciate it.
And,
you make me blush, ain't you?
You are blushing. We'll get you some makeup. We'll sort that out. Don't you worry. Off with the heads as well with Rex 32.
Yes, that was that. But for me, that's lovely, man. To be able, I've come from that scene. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting more freedom. So just a dirty freestyle, no chorus, just me and my boy that I've known for 8 years going in. I plan to do more of that in the future, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting the freedom to do that a bit more now.
Awesome. So obviously we're setting up for rehearsals as well for later. You're looking forward to playing for us?
Yeah, of course I'm looking forward to playing, man. It's a pleasure, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to get in, get the rehearsals tight and make sure we have a good show tonight. Well,
we're looking forward to you performing on plugged-in sessions. What have we got to expect from the Devlin live show now? Because it's evolved quite a bit over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, mate. Before it was just me DJ and a rusty old mic in my hand, do you know what I mean? And that was it, and we wouldn't have done our thing. But now I'm lucky enough to have a band with me and who are very talented and make it more of a show, do you know what I mean, man? And I feel that's where I thrive, man. That's real music behind me instead of a pair of decks, so, you know what I mean? You've got the boys on guitar, drums and that. Also,
let's talk about your new single, Rewind, with a bit of a left-field collaboration here with Diane Birch.
Yeah, man.
Originally her song?
It was originally her song, yes.
So tell us how you got to hear the song and what it was about that song that made you go...
What was I was doing the rounds for a moving picture, you know what I mean? And looking for different album songs, and I went back in with TMS, and they told me this lady, Diane Birch, had the song out in her own country, America and that, but she'd come over here and put it on a hip-hop track. As I said, looking for a different angle to come from, you need those different tracks on your album. And just clicked, it seemed to work, man. And do you know if she's heard it yet as well? Yeah, she come over, we flew her over for the London date. I'd done a little mini tour a couple of months ago and she come and done that. She done Liverpool with me for One Extra Live. So, yeah, it was nice to meet the lady. Brilliant. So music and fashion go hand in hand. Normally when you're playing, you've got like a pretty sharp look going on, things buttoned up to the top and that. Who influences your style? That's just me, mate, you know what I mean? I grew up in, I don't know, sports cash, I suppose. Smart trainers, smart polo and jeans. That's me, I'm ready to go anywhere then. Are you big on the trainers? Because I know a lot of people in your genre, they get a little bit obsessed with the trainers. Is that something you're big on? You know what, it's weird. I was big on trainers when I was young. Now I'm just very clean cut, like plain black, plain white, and that's me, mate. Nice polo, as I said, and then I feel fresh.
Always looking dapper, always looking smart. Finally as well, obviously, New Year, 2013, we're all about the new music. Anyone that you've checked out that you think we need to be looking out for the new year?
I like that Jake Bugg, what he's doing, man. He's got an old sound to him, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I like what he's doing.
Excellent. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to see you play live later, and I think 2013 is going to be a very big year for you, mate.
Thank you very much. Please, God.
It's Devlin.